Não, não, tudo bem. Good morning, Senhora Presidente.
Good morning, President of the Parliamentary Assembly of OSCE, Pierre Como, President of the Portuguese delegation with the Parliamentary Assembly of OSCE, dear speakers, ladies and gentlemen. I am still from those times when HAL 9000 was science fiction. If you do not remember, HAL 9000 was a character from the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey by Stanley Kubrick. A robot with a virtual intelligence that one day had its own will and decided not to respond to what was asked from him. He considered it was not in his interest. Challenges we face today in our societies are getting closer quickly to, in the past, was mere imagination. Several challenges caused by artificial intelligence, we are already identifying them. Others we still have not identified them. But it is true that all this happens quickly, very quickly, and there are deep changes in many areas of our daily lives. Therefore, it is urgent for parliaments to approach these matters. In a good time, the Parliamentary Assembly of OSCE decided to dedicate its second conference in Lisbon to the age of artificial intelligence. And this is also to be discussed or approached in the Budapest annual session. We are aware of how important these matters are to the mission, the core mission of OSCE, the dissemination of democratic values, of the rule of law, and of sustainable development. Today we'll have the opportunity to elaborate on this subject with the support of MPs, thinkers, scientists that can help us find some answers. I will contribute myself with a few questions to the reflection about three items. The first is a geopolitical one. We are witnessing a race of world powers to master knowledge related to AI. How far will this race have an effect on the evolution of the world order? Artificial intelligence applied to weapons like drones, as it was mentioned, can achieve high efficiency levels at very low costs. This reality, being so easy to access, will it lead to an increased risks? How can the classical defense systems, the armed forces, adapt to this new reality? The second question is of the regulatory nature. European Union took the first steps towards regulation with the application of with the approval by the European Parliament in March of a regulation based on risk levels. The development of this technology should be made in a balanced, responsible, and transparent way. But to what extent will these limits be observed? Who will guarantee them? How will they be guaranteed? How much will this influence other countries, other organizations? And finally, the third question is of political nature. Public opinion in our societies is no longer led by the traditional media. It is now being molded by algorithms in an artificial intelligence system through the use, to a large extent, of the social media. This situation has led, for instance, to a limitation on the exercise of contradictory and empathy towards the other. Positions are more extreme, and the truth of one does not correspond to the truth of the others, or simply it does not even correspond to the facts. especially if in the public space we make an unlawful use of information by producing disinformation in order to achieve certain political goals. Therefore, how can democratic institutions deal with this situation? Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all a good work. I hope that by the end of this conference, we will have more clear ideas about the implications of artificial intelligence in the safety of our societies. And I hope that whole 9,000, the real one, not the one of science fiction, we will not have control over humans. But before closing, let me leave you with a word about Ukraine, where a lot of the questions raised before can be analyzed under the light of the conflict produced by the Russian invasion. The Parliamentary Assembly of OSCE will continue to support sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine, and Portugal will be in the front line of this support. We are aware of how relevant the work of the Parliamentary Assembly of OSCE, and we will be very happy to welcome to Porto the annual session in 2025. Thank you.